Hello everybody and welcome back to the Kingdom of Jerusalem Europa Universalis 4 Achievement Run. This is AlzaboHD and welcome back. This is part 4. The last episode we have carved out some territory here in the Arabian Peninsula, as you guys can see, including the former, Islamic capital of Mecca, which is going to be cored and converted very, very soon. Now I know in the previous episodes I've said that I was going to form the Kingdom of Jerusalem very, very soon and wage war against the Turk, the Ottoman Empire. But the problem is that while I've checked the ledger, the military ledger here, of the Ottomans, they are fielding a force of, I believe, 70,000 men, or more specifically, as I obviously do not know my alphabet here, 69,000 men as compared to our 13,000 men. Now, again, they're allied with Bohemia and Tunis, in addition to several others, so even due to the fact that they're at war with the Timurids, we cannot declare war on them, as only our Hungarian allies would join in on the conflict, which is just simply not sufficient enough for us to bring war to the Turks. So, instead, I have decided to elect this episode into carving up more of the Arabian Peninsula. In this case, we will be focusing on Hassa. So, before we get started, we're going to go ahead and redirect our men here that are marching through Egypt right now, back into the Sinai Peninsula, and back into the Arabian Peninsula, where they will meet up in attacking the Hassite forces. So we're going to go ahead and reduce our army maintenance modifier here, and mothball our forts, of course, to get a head start here in terms of our money, because we are a bit sapped for cash, as always. Now we begin the process of ferrying our troops across the channel, and we're going to make some more men as well, in order to bolster our forces. And in the fact that we have some spare diplomats, we're also going to go ahead and continue to fabricate claims on the Ottomans, the provinces that we have recently lost, just in case if we are going to war with them, at least we will have these claims up and running. And in addition, I am going to focus diplomatically on trying to ally Muscovy, who is currently capped off in terms of relations, because they now border the Ottomans over here in the Caucasus region. Of course, the Caucasus are a hot point for conflict in this game, and in addition to real life, and it seems like Georgia has been annexed by Russia, much like they have been, at least mostly, in real life as well. So, again, this game is going according to lore, I do suppose, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. So what am I doing here? So first of all, we are going to be meeting our men in Tobruk, using, ferrying our men across the channel, using our 1 unit of flute. We're also going to go ahead and make some more men here in the Sinai Peninsula. Now we have an extra diplomat. What are we going to use him for? Well, good question, guys. We're going to go ahead and increase our relations with our allies, who will continuously be topped off. Of course, saying adieu to the Timurids, who are just getting beaten back into the Stone Ages. Now, the good news is that Jerusalem and Sidon are about to be culture converted to the Occitan ethnicity, I was about to say faith, which is a Southern French/Provençal culture group, which is cool. I guess these knights are somewhat French, so we're going to be bringing baguettes and cheese into the land of the Middle East and displacing the kebab. As always, a very, very noble goal. So here we go. We've gone ahead and already recruited one of our many infantrymen here in Sinai. And we still have 5 more years before we can attack the Mamluks, who are now allied with Yemen and Warsagali. So we better make sure that we don't lose that many men in the ongoing conflict here. I should say upcoming conflict, not ongoing, because we have not begun hostilities with the Hussites as of yet. Or the Arabians, really whatever you want to say. But unfortunately, we can't move our men, as we are totally strapped in terms of morale here. So we're going to go ahead and make... we're going to go ahead and upgrade our morale a little bit. Feed our men some more baguette, and this will get them moving. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and make these guys head on over to Tabuk as well. And we've got this very large navy that we have absolutely no need for here outside of Constantinople. We're going to go ahead and scrap it all together. Maybe not all together, but we're going to get rid of most of it. We'll keep 8 left over. This is because this is taking up too much of our money here. In terms of naval force limit, we are above the force limit as of right now, so it's good for us to just go ahead and get rid of them. We're going to go from 0.71 income of ducats per turn to 1.32, so very, very substantial, not exactly very useless. And using these leftover funds, we can go ahead and make more of a navy here in the Red Sea / Gulf of Suez. Now, Austria's gone ahead and call us into a conflict. Well, that's okay. We'll go ahead and join them. As you guys can see, this conflict is going to go directly according to Austrians' plans. So no worries there. Everything is going to go, again, directly according to plan here. Now, the problem that we have is that we've got some rebel separatists over here in the Hijaz region, of the Arabian region, I should say. But do not worry, as I'm not going to worry, as these guys are just going to pop up and hopefully cause some problems for Hassa as well, as they also, I believe, have some Bedouin cultured units, which makes them Hijazi separatists as well. So they should be going over the, I guess, borders and causing problems for enemies in addition to ourselves. Now, before we get started, let's go ahead and make sure that we cannot change rivals while at war. I was going to set Hassa as our rival, so that we could gain some, I guess, what's the word? Some power projection in the process of attacking them, but it's okay. Basically, the war goal in terms of what we are going to be accomplishing here by declaring war on Hassa and their allies, Oman and Sharjah, is to take these territories, Jabal Shamar, Hafar el-Batan, and Grain, which are all grossly mispronounced, in an effort to keep the Turk out of the Arabian Peninsula. It's imperative that we kind of make a line, or rather a wall, to keep the Turk out. This is not a wall. This is not, coming from what's his name, Donald Trump. This is just purely out of a strategic necessity of keeping the Turk out of the territory that we've claimed for ourselves. So again, we are coming in some reinforcements here, and we are almost ready to, I guess, invade Hassa. I'm very excited to about to start this war up here. And we're going to go ahead and set our army maintenance to maximum, and maybe even raise war taxes very, very soon. If we don't need to, we don't need to, but, again, you never know. And here we go. We are about ready to declare war very, very, very soon. Yeah, we've changed some cultures. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and view those French Occitan cultures. Occitan is, I believe, how you pronounce it. And it's a bit fitting, considering I'm currently here in the south of France myself, so it seems almost, like God wills this culture conversion of the Holy Land. We will, of course, set up some Frenchies here, displacing the native Saracens. Okay, so 3 more provinces underneath the auspices of some camps, where everybody can concentrate to have a great time. Right, so Sinai, we've got some reinforcements for sending them to Tabuk, and we are going to be declaring war very, very shortly. And by very, very shortly, I mean now. War is going to be declared. Holy War, Casus Belli, of course. And here we go. So I'm contemplating raising war taxes. We might as well eventually, just due to the fact that once we start losing men here, it's going to be quite helpful for us to kind of offset this cost. That is to say that it will be useful in the long-term goals of our empire. So again, we need to fabricate more claims on the Ottomans, as the claims do not last forever, unfortunately. So once we finally are able to be in a position of taking out the Ottomans, we'll be able to do it in style, I should say. Here we go, our first battle against Hassa. It's going to be 14,000 of our men versus 6,000 of theirs. Should be a slaughter. Let's go ahead and see how this turns out. Yes, yes, yes. We have, let's see, the Knights, clerical dominance. We don't want them to have influence. Hell no. Let's go ahead and check the slider here. Right, so if they go above 80%, we are going to get a disaster, like the clerical disaster that gets over here. Dominance of the clergy. Yeah, we don't want technology costs and idea costs to go up the roof, so we are going to reject their authority. Screw you guys. We hate you. Go proselytize somewhere else. Of course, now they're a bit upset with us, so we are going to, let's see. Well, we can't make them more loyal. And now we are just losing all sorts of things. We're losing tax modifiers, stability costs, yearly papal influence is going down, yearly devotion's going down, but that's okay. I believe we're still making some cheer, so that's okay. Fuck the papacy for now. We don't really care. The good news is that we have some reinforcements coming in from the Sinai Peninsula, which is fantastic. And we are this much closer to reaching adaptability, which is going to decrease our core creation costs, which is always a very, very good thing. Right. So here we go. Still at war here with the Saracens, or I should say Hussites, with their Sharjah allies. I mean, these guys are a part of the United Arab Emirates in today's world. Although I wouldn't know. You can't quote me on this directly. So here we go. We're making our way towards the capital of Qatif, which we need to take. And we're about to... Oh, should we go to the desert? That might not be a good idea. Screw it. Might as well at this point. Although we were not able to make it there in time, and they are laying siege to Mecca. Well, that's... we'll let them. That's fine. I'm sure eventually the separatists will kill them off anyways. And speaking of separatists, they should pop up any minute now, which is fantastic. Although the problem is that our core is not being created in Mecca, but we can always recover it later. So that is, we should not worry about that for the time being, and instead focus our efforts on attacking these men that are going to be moving into the deserts of Unaza. Now, we have a free diplomat as always. What are we going to do with him? We could improve our relations with Hungary, which is already capped off, with Austria, which is already capped off, or Venice, which is almost capped off. Well, let's go ahead and go with the third view and increase our relations with our vassal, Leinster. Now, eventually we will be able to annex them, but I believe at this point we are too far away. Let's go ahead and pull that up really fast. Yes, you must have at least one core province that is close enough for us to core. Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon, so we'll take advantage of it when we can. So here we go. We are about to get into this desert over here, where we are going to just wipe the floor, so to speak. At least that is the goal. And we're going to send you guys over to Yarbin. That's fine. Very, very easy. Very, very simple. And here we go. War is spewing out across land. Where are you guys going? You guys are going to Truba. Well, we'll intercept you there as well, won't we? We need to make a dash for Qatif because I believe in the last few patches there was a change where if you do not control a fort in the region, you cannot take any territory whatsoever. So this makes taking their capital, this little castle over here, even more important, which is somewhat annoying, actually incredibly annoying, but it is what it is. Again, this is these are the rules, and these are the way it's going to work. This is the way it's going to work out. So we gotta do what we gotta do here. So here we go. We're on our way over there. Warriors do not reboots. Fantastic. Yet another stability hit. God damn it. Very, very annoying. In fact, this stability hit might take us over the edge, because now we're going to have a lot of separatist problems. We went from +2 stability to 0. So now we no longer have a cushion in terms of stability, which is always annoying. But it is what it is. You know, we can't change this. Let's go ahead and take Qatar while the Hussites are busy. And let's go ahead and assign our king, taking out Qatif with almost 2,000 men, which is twice theirs. Fantastic. So here we go. We're about to stack wipe their units. And just on time, the Hijazi rebels are going to take back the territory for, you know, presumably their greater goal. So that's good for them. And here we go. About to meet up with the enemy outside of Al-Arid, which is right outside the capital, I should say. The enemy. We need to make sure that we take as much of their territory as possible, though, in order to cushion us. Because we are about to, unfortunately, have to siege their capital, which is going to give us quite a bit of attrition in the process. Never a big fan of taking attrition, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. So here we go. Again, we are going to set this up with, I believe, the master himself. Should be a very, very easy conflict, and indeed it was. Very, very good. So there we go. We could take Bani Yasa as well, but it's on the border with Oman, who has a shitload of units, so we're not going to. Instead, we're going to make a dash for Qatif. At least that's the idea. So here we go. Again, Hassa is spitting out units from Awal, which is like this little, I guess, tiny island off the coast of Qatar. I believe it's modern-day Bahrain. And as always, we're going to go ahead and throw the yoke off. But unfortunately, we have to do this waltz around the world, so we're not going to do it just now. That's fine. We'll keep them over here. Actually, screw it. Let's go ahead and do that anyways. It won't take very long now, will it? So here we go. Eventually, we'll get there. It's going to take time, though. So Hassa's already willing to give us a peace treaty. Just money, though, so we're going to outright decline them. Screw them. So, what are we doing over here? We are going to take back this territory. throw them off. And we've renewed some loans. Well, that's great. Always annoying. We can convert more territory if we wanted to, but the problem is that we are going to be faced with some Sunni zealots pretty soon from Alexandria and Al-Garbina. Well, we can go ahead and reduce the chances of this ever happening by increasing their autonomy, but this is going to reduce the amount of productivity we get from these provinces, which is always a royal pain in the butt. So we're going to go ahead and increase the autonomy of these provinces, again, reducing the power that we get and the taxation we get from these provinces, but we can't really afford to face off some separatists here while at war in the Arabian Peninsula. So we've reduced the chances of them popping up. That's great. It's the most we can do at this point. And here we go. We're going to stack wipe these men over here, as always. Where are you guys going? You're going to Hal Haluf. We'll take you out before you get there. Just like so. Boom. We can't let you take any territory whatsoever, because the less territory they have, the more they're going to be hamstrung in terms of their income, and the more, I guess, war exhaustion they'll have to face in the interim. We'll try to take Qatar, where they are trying to make some units right as we speak. We've gone ahead and converted another province, though, which is always a good thing. We'll go ahead and work on yet another one. Now, the problem is that this army has a very wonky composition, so I don't really want to face the Sharjan army right away. We'll work on them later, which is totally fine. Now, here we go. This is a good opportunity here. So we're going to go ahead and send some more of our infantry here. We can't, it would seem. Well, that's just unfortunate. Let's look at there on the 5th of March. Let's see how this works out. And we're going to go directly strike back in Qatar. We'll let the Sharjans take some territory. That's okay. Again, I believe we still have superiority, so the war score is ticking in our favor, which is, as always, a very good thing. Now, the Ottomans have made peace with the Timurids, and they're getting ever closer to the Arabian Peninsula. We need to stop them where they are, and we will, eventually. We need to make this wall as fast as possible. So back to Qatif. Here we go. And Sharjah is going into Arnaza. That's fine. Let them. We've got a rebel uprising for Sunni zealots, it would appear. We're going to go ahead and give them some harsh treatment, though. Because, again, we cannot afford to have any rebellions right now. While in the middle of war. Time to take back this province for the cause. This is, say, our cause. And here we go. Looks like Austria has directly helped France, who has received Franche-Comté and a few other provinces, it would appear. So good for France. Bad for everybody else. What are we going to do here? We are going to send our men to Qatif because we can no longer siege the province. And this province is more important than any other province. I'm actually willing to give all these other provinces to the enemy so long as I can take their capital. Because this is what, again, if I take all the other provinces combined and I don't take the capital, it's going to mean absolutely nothing because I won't be able to get any provinces in the peace deal. Because you have to occupy a fort in the area. I'm telling you, this is really stupid. I didn't make this rule, of course. But again, it's worth at least for us to make the most out of the situation. So who's going up here? One unit of Hassa versus cavalry army from us. Well, we should still win, more than likely, if they do decide to attack us. And look at this. This is so funny. The Hussites and Sharjans are getting destroyed by the Hijazi separatists. These Bedouin separatists. Very, very funny. So Ethiopia is expanding, of course. And very, very soon we will be able to make taking war to the Mamluks. I'm very, very excited for this. So we need to keep an eye. That is to say, we need to keep a watch out on the Sunni zealots over here, as they may or may not be able to rise up very, very soon. But we need to take the capital of Qatif as fast as possible. Of course, we will renew war taxes. That is fine. And yet again, excuse me, we will be attacking Hejaz. Here we go. We're going to go set up with an army of, let's see. First of all, we need to move all of these men over there. That's fine. This should be a decent army, enough for us to kill them. Without a doubt. Should be enough. Here we go. Stacked wipe them again. Fantastic. Our general is just so damn good. He's like a god general, really. And now they've gotten some water shortages here in Qatif, but it's not damn good enough. We need more progress here before we continue. Of course, some peace treaties are flying in the air, but we are going to ignore all of them. Some more food shortage is fantastic. I like to see my enemies starve. The problem is that the Hijazi separatists are making moves on some of the provinces that we directly control. Now, that is not a good thing, contrary to what you might think, what you might believe. And Oman is starting to send out some of their men. They've got a lot of them, though. But I think we might be able to crush them. The only problem is that I would like to take the capital before we do. Because it's one thing to destroy an army, and it's another thing to take out a fortress. You do need enough men to take out the fortress, of course. So we're going to go ahead and work on that until the fortress is down, and then we will work on taking out the rest of them. Hijazi separatists, again, taking out some more territory, of course. Please give me Qatif. Still no capital. We're still working on it. Losing thousands of men in the process, dying from this desert heat. Hopefully this goes to plan here. Yeah, I'm taking Qatif. Fantastic. So my idea is that we should avoid as much of a pitched battle as we can. And in so doing, sort of break up our men over here. And take more territory, of course. So we changed some more province ethnicities. Ethnic provinces here. So we're going to change even more if we can. Anybody want to change ethnicities? Now, nothing's eligible for the moment, and these Sunni zealots are going to be a real pain in the ass, so we need to put them down with some force, which is no problem. We can always do that. So here we go. We're making a move on Crane and Jabbar al-Halbadan. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I have no idea. Hardy Seaman, always a good modifier to have. And here we go. Still, our superiority is rising very, very slowly. We need to make some more moves, I guess, in the south of the country. In fact, would we be able to take this territory even if it's controlled by rebels? We can, which is fantastic. So here we go. Starting to divide this territory up a little bit. That looks like a pretty decent amount of territory for us to take in the first war here. Yeah, that looks really good, actually. Now, what would be better? War reparations are just a flat sum of money. Let's go with some war reparations, if we can. Yeah, war reparations would probably be better. Although I'm not sure how much money these guys are going to be pumping out. I think that should be fine. And in so doing, we don't have to pay that much money. In fact, do we have the idea adaptability? We don't. Well, we might want to sit on our territory. That is to say, with the overextension before we start coring territory, because we'll save some admin points in the process. At least that's the idea. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if we try to get some more war score. Let's go ahead and start taking some more territory before we make peace. We can always, hopefully, try to take some more here. We're at 79 right now. I'm sure we could probably get some more. So let's go ahead and work on that. And look at this. They're taking out my rebel separatists for me. That's so nice of them. So, so nice of them. Look at that. They're just getting destroyed over here. In fact, we might want to go ahead and just outright attack them. Here, let's go ahead and just double check here. We're at 82% war score now, which is really, really good. And when I said I want to outright attack them, I'm not sure if I want to do that, actually. That might be a bad idea. Let's go ahead and just annex this territory, shall we? Yes, we shall. So war reparations plus a little bit of ducats always makes me a happy person. Let's go ahead and hit the button right now and take the territory for ourselves. Boom. This is all added to the knights, and check it out, we even have this wasteland territory over here coloring in our provinces. That looks so, so nice. Love it. Right, so for the time being, we need to go ahead and work on taking out the rebels. Be Rebel Simulator 2016. We are not too careful here. Now, all this territory is practically worthless anyways. Let's go ahead and increase the autonomy so that we don't have too many rebels over here. If I can. Can't increase it everywhere, but you can increase it most of the places. And we do have a castle over here, which I may or may not opt to keep. We'll see. For the time being, we're going to go ahead and mothball it. Or, you know, we should probably just destroy it. Screw it. So, treasury, interest, advisors, and army maintenance. Those are our main, I guess, bottlenecks here. And this war wasn't too bad. We've kind of avoided a lot of pitched battles, so again, we were able to take a lot of territory with very minimal casualties, which is great. So let's see. Gain 10 devotion. Lose 1 base production in all owned provinces. That's really terrible. Lose 25 devotion. Protestant becomes the new state religion of period. What? Of what? Of me? Of the knights? We become Protestant? I don't want that. That's awful. Hold on. Our country is Catholic and will always be Catholic. I don't want to lose production in all of my cities, though. Oh, jeez. What do I do? This is a good question, because if I select this, I don't want to lose production in all of my cities. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. But I don't want to become Protestant either, so let's just go ahead and go for it, I guess. So let's see if that did... Oh, no, okay, we didn't lose production in all of our cities. I think we lost production, I think, in maybe our European cities and not our colonies. Hell, I don't know. It's okay either way. We gained stability in the process, which is fantastic. I didn't realize we had a quest for that. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and take the Reduce Overextension quest, which is always a good thing to take. But unfortunately, we need to sit out our cores in, I guess, preparation for adaptability, which is going to be quite good. So again, we are making a move on Mecca as fast as we can. As fast as we can march, I should say. And I would love to repay some loans, but we are not able to at the moment. So we will have to stick with what we've got. And there are disloyal states. Who? The bourgeoisie, whatever you want to say. Let's see. I could lose prestige and get them... Yeah, so that's good. That's fine. Let's see here. I could gain 100 admin at the cost of 20 loyalty. But then I can make a generous donation. Let's go ahead and make a generous donation. Let's go ahead and demand... Yeah. So yeah, we're going to have some papal influence malices, but that's okay because now we have adaptability. Meaning that all of our cores are going to be incredibly cheap. Look at this. Cheaper than a meal at McDonald's. This is crazy. This is just, look at this. We have got a negative 75% modifier here on our provinces. This is perfect. This is beyond perfect. This is just the best. This is the best of all worlds. If any of you guys have read Candide, that's what I'm going for here. And in addition, what is also really good is that in the next episode, we can declare war pretty much immediately on the Mamluks. In fact, in preparation for that, let's go ahead and finish our fabricating claims. That would be fantastic. And we've kept the Ottomans out of Arabia, at least for the time being, which is also a very, very good thing. Let's go ahead and take back Mecca for the Knights. And continue to core some more of these territories. Sharjah's asking for something. Screw Sharjah. We are not going to give you anything. Absolutely zilch. Nothing. You deserve nothing. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see if we can culture convert any of these Egyptian provinces. We cannot. But in the future, we will definitely be able to. Now, that Jerusalem is our capital, we might want to just go ahead and increase the production and all that stuff later on. But not right now. In fact, I'm going to be ending the episode in about 2 minutes. But before I do, we're going to go ahead and take back this territory for the Knights. And unfortunately, we're going to go ahead and reduce the army maintenance modifier just because I am losing money very, very fast here. But we're going to get a lot of different rebels. We certainly have a bit of a problem here. But we're working on it. The main problem is our lack of religious unity and our overextension. But again, we are going to work on it as best we can. Right. We can't improve the clergy's opinion of us yet unless if we give them some territory. So we're going to give the clergy some territory. Screw it. We're going to give them Rhodes. Why not? Might as well, right? Or Athens. What's more worthless here? I suppose Rhodes is more worthless. We'll give it to them. Clergy. Let's see what are they happy with us now? They're not too happy. Oh, in fact, they are going to have too much influence now. Well, that's not good. We'll go ahead and wait until the influence gets quite a bit, and then we'll take it away from them. We'll pull a fast one on them. Because as you guys can see, we're going to get a looming disaster unless we pull off the clergy. But we will, eventually. So here we go. We've taken off some of the heat from Mecca. And the Bedouin separatists have been held back for the moment, which is good. So let's go ahead and make some more cores. Very slowly coring our way across the land here. Wow, Development 9 only costs 35. That is incredible. Really, really good price. And we can convert yet another province. But we need to be careful, because some of these provinces have not been cored yet, and I'm a bit leery about converting provinces that have not been cored. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we need to core, Hafar being one of them. So we cannot convert Al-Qatif, Hosaf, Jamal Shamar, Qatar, Onzaya. Let's see if we can convert something else. Jeddah. We can convert Jeddah, so we shall. So here we go. Our army is almost at full capacity once again. We're going to keep our units in the Arabian Peninsula in order to play rebel whack-a-mole. And as soon as we bring war to the Mamelukes, which will be in episode 5, we are going to form the Kingdom of Jerusalem once and for all, and we will have the Kingdom of God on earth right here in the Middle East. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you again on the next episode of Kingdom of Jerusalem Europa Universalis 4 series. This is AlzaboHD. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.